Hi guys, I'm Ali Taylor and today I'm going to show you how to hit your 3-wood more consistently than ever before. Right then, hitting 3-wood consistently. I think a lot of golfers are fairly solid when they tee the ball up or it's on a really fluffy lie. But where they really struggle is when the ball sits down a little bit, slightly tighter lie, or if they have to hit it off a lower tee. Well, in today's video, I'm going to help you explain why you get away with it on that high tee, but most importantly, what we're going to change a little bit in setup, a little bit in your golf swing to help you strike 3-wood better and more consistently than ever before, so you can hit it from absolutely anywhere. Right, so I don't know a golfer who doesn't really want to be more consistent with their 3-wood. You know, most golfers out there feel that if they could hit 3-wood, particularly off the floor, more consistently, they'd be able to get on those long par 4s, maybe even get on those par 5s in 2. So I'm going to demonstrate this off the floor, but even off a tiny little tee, exactly the same setup, exactly the same thought process and swing is going to help you really improve that consistency and get you hitting 3-wood better than ever. So the big challenge for a lot of golfers is once the golf ball's on the floor, the 3-wood is then their least lofted club that they hit full shots with. And because there's not a lot of loft on it, the first thing golfers are imagining they need to do is try to help the ball in the air. So you almost see this setup very similar to driver, with the ball opposite the left heel, maybe even getting a little bit more spine tilt away, and then they really struggle to get the middle of the club face where there's a bit more loft or even slightly above the center to launch the ball up in the air. And predominantly you'll see a lot of golf swings that from that setup, the weight finishes on the back foot, and all that happens is the lowest point of the swing moves a long way behind the golf ball. They either kind of hit the ground very early and the ball goes nowhere, or they miss the ground and the club hits the top of the golf ball. So the first thing we've got to understand is when we look at a 3-wood, my 3-wood for example has got 14.5 degrees setting. But because of the roll and bulge on the club face, the 14.5 degrees is in the middle of the club face. So anything lower than the center has got less loft, anything higher than the center has got a bit more loft. So ideally what we'd like to see at impact, as we see with all our irons, is that the shaft leans forward slightly and it presents higher up the club face to the golf ball. So that all sounds very simple, but as soon as we get that ball position forward like we do with driver, we can't get the club moving down through impact. The club's going to move up and we're really going to undo any chance of striking the ball where we need. So what we're going to try with setup is we're going to feel that the ball position is going to be maybe a little bit where my microphone is, just a couple of inches to the left of center. So probably would feel maybe more like where you would play a mid-iron from. So once we've got that, straight away we've now created an opportunity to get that low point after the golf ball. So we're going to get that set up. Once we get to the top of the golf swing, we want our first movement to be really pushing down into that left foot. As we drive forward, that's going to move the low point in front of the golf ball and help deliver the club leaning forward, de-lofting it a little bit, but allowing you to use more loft on the club face. So I think a great little practice drill for guys to do is to stand and actually do a couple of practice swings and try and get the club brushing the ground. So imagine where the ball would be, do a couple of practice swings, and we can see how much further ahead there I'm going to be striking the golf ball. And with those swings, I'm going to be able to strike golf ball, then ground, present the loft of the club, and then as long as I've got enough speed to get the ball in the air, this is where we're going to start hitting good fairway wood shots. Right, so we've understood that little change of ball position, understood how we're going to get the weight shifted into that left side, just like we do with an iron shot. Let's put it into practice and let's rip this 3-wood down the hole. So everything's set. Off we go. What a shot that is. Right guys, so we could see there, just move that ball position back slightly. Massive mistake most golfers make is moving the ball up, feeling that they want to sweep the ball or even help it up. We need to let the loft of the club do the work, and we need to let the correct part of the club face that's got the most loft get the ball in the air for us. We then want the swing itself to be much more like an iron, getting onto that lead side quickly so that it creates the club moving down, low point after the golf ball. And if you can get doing that consistently, you're going to start hitting 3 wood, 5 wood, 7 wood, whichever fairway wood it is, because not everybody can get 3 wood going off the floor, but you're going to start hitting it well, hitting it consistently, and moving the ball further down the hole, making it easier to get it close and hopefully getting those scores down. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring the notification bell, and then you find out when I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.